Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the second richest man in the world. Who is Bearnard Arnault? He's a French businessman, best known as the chairman and CEO of the French conglomerate LVMH, which includes Louis Vuitton, the largest luxury products company in the world. He went to Maxence Vender Mersch High School. After that, he enrolled in the École Polytechnique and graduated with a degree in engineering in 1971. The same year, he started working at his father's company, where he contributed significantly to the company's affairs, becoming its president in 1979. He went to the United States but did not like it, so he returned to France, where he joined a luxury goods company called Francière Agache as its chief executive officer. He acquired a struggling company, Boussac, which owned some other brands such as Christian Dior, Conforama, Paducci, and a department store named Le Bon Marché. Arnault's primary focus was on the Christian Dior, of which he became the CEO in 1985. He acquired the fashion and perfume department in 1989. With $15 million of his own money, Arnault, together with Antoine Bernheim, a managing partner of the French bank Lazard Frères & Company, raised the $80 million necessary to purchase Boussac Saint Frères, a bankrupt textile company that owned the fashion house of Christian Dior. Then in 1987, Arnault was invited to invest in LVMH by the company's chairman, Henri Reichemer. Investing through a joint venture with Guinness plc, Arnault ousted Reichemer in 1990 and started to sweep a slew of fashion companies into the LVMH fold. Christian Lacroix, Givenchy and Kenzo, the leather goods company Loewe, Celine and Berluti, the jeweler Fred Jolier, the DFS Group, the world's biggest duty-free chain, and the beauty retailer Sephora. Arnault was known in Europe as the man who revitalized French couture in 1995 by appointing British fashion designer John Galliano to replace the venerable Hubert de Givenchy at the latter's Paris fashion house. A year later, the Pope of Fashion, as Arnault was dubbed by Women's Wear Daily, moved John Galliano to Christian Dior and appointed the brash British fashion designer Alexander McQueen to replace him at Givenchy. Arnault then hired Marc Jacobs, a young American designer, to the post of creative director at Louis Vuitton, a maker of luxury leather goods. That year, LVMH also acquired a majority stake in Jacobs' eponymous line. Although all three designers eventually left their positions, Arnault's fashion foresight had revived interest in these traditional fashion houses by the early 21st century. Arnault continued to acquire luxury brands, including the Italian company Fendi in 2003, the iconic French department store La Saint-Martin in 2010, Italian jewelry brand Bulgari in 2011, the classic American jewelry Tiffany & Co. in 2021. He also built the foundation Louis Vuitton in 2014, a contemporary art museum in the Bois de Boulogne in Paris, designed by Canadian-American architect Frank Gehry. In 2007, Arnault was named Commander of the Legion of Honor, one of France's highest distinctions. Bearnard kept on acquiring more brands in the 90s, such as Tag Heuer, Sephora, Givenchy, and several wine and spirit brands. With the shift in economy in the 21st century, he had to face many problems. People were not willing to spend on luxury goods as they were previously. This resulted in a heavy loss to LVMH. However, Arnault was determined and continued to be focused on his love for quality and luxury. Even though he had to downsize some of the brands, he still kept a hold on most of the famous brands of the industry. Bearnard Arnault is also a well-known art collector. He owns several pieces by Yves Klein, Henry Moore, Andy Warhol, and Picasso. He was also the owner of the Philips de Purien Company, an auction house from 1999 till 2003. He was given a promotion in 2011, after which he became the dignity of Grand Officer of the French Legion of Honor. That same year, he was awarded the Corporate Citizenship Award. He was also made an honorary Knight Commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire in 2012. Facts about Bearnard Arnault. He oversees the LVMH empire of 75 fashion and cosmetics brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. LVMH acquired American jeweler Tiffany & Co. in 2021 for $15.8 billion, believed to be the biggest luxury brand acquisition ever. Arnault's holding company, Agache, backs venture capital firm Agale Ventures, which has investments in businesses such as Netflix and TikTok parent company ByteDance. His father made a small fortune in construction. Arnault got a start by putting up $15 million from that business to buy Christian Dior in 1984. Arnault's 5 children all work at LVMH. In July 2022, he proposed a reorganization of his holding company, Givenchy, to give them equal stakes.